So you've heard of American Mahjong and you want to learn how to play? This series is for you. Over the next couple of videos, we're going to go through everything that has to do with American Mahjong. What is it? How do you play? What do you need to get started? I'm Lara, and I have taught thousands of people online to play American Mahjong and have them grow from never hearing of the game before to being strategic players that love the game with confidence. So over the next couple of videos, stick with me. But to start, we're going to jump into what is it and what makes it different than other versions of Mahjong. Are you ready? Let's jump into it. American Mahjong is a tile-based game that uses something that's different than other forms of Mahjong, and that is this card. We're going to talk all about this card, but for now, what you need to know is it is a tile-based game, and we are going to use this often. American Mahjong is a game of collecting identical tiles. We're trying to build patterns that exist on that card. The goal of American Mahjong is to get 14 tiles in a row that match one of the winning hands on this year's card. So, what do you need to get started? You need a set of tiles, you need a full set of racks, you need 4 cards, one for each person that is playing, and a mat, and then you're ready to roll. So let's talk a little bit about what all that equipment looks like. Okay, here you'll see the full setup ready to play American Mahjong. There are 152 tiles made up of different suits and different characters that we'll talk about. You do need one set of dice, and then you need 4 racks. So these are the racks and pushers, and you need a mat. The mat is optional, but it helps with the noise, and it makes for a very pretty table. But the most important star of the show is the card. The National Mah Jongg League comes out with a new card every single year, and it has for 89 years as of 2026. The card includes not just the rules of the game, but all of the winning hands that you can play on. You can select any one you want, but we have to select one of the hands on this year's card. Every person at the table needs a card. You'll want to purchase them directly from the National Mah Jongg League because there are dupes out there and we want to purchase from the ones that are correct, that do not have error. It's so important to understand how to read the card and how to make sense out of all these tiles as it relates to the card. But to get started, this is what we'll need. So now that we've understood what is the goal, what do we need to actually play, let's talk a little bit about the tiles themselves. As I mentioned, there are 152 tiles in the game of Mahjong. That is made up of suited tiles, it is made up of flowers, it is made up of our favorite friend Joker from other card games. It's made up of dragons. It's made up of these things called winds, W-I-N-D-S, and all of those combined create this 152 tiles. First up is understanding the suits. So let's talk about the 3 in Mahjong. Similar to cards, there are suits in American Mahjong. The first suit is the cracks. Cracks look like Chinese characters. In most sets, you'll notice that there is a Chinese character on them in some form of red or pink. Next up are the bams. Bams are short for bamboo, and bamboo is generally green, so you can always sort of spot those tiles by the green. Now, you'll notice this one's a little bit different. There's a bird on it. Most one bams, or sometimes we call him bird bam, have a bird on it. The third suit is the easiest one to remember. It's the dots. The dots are dots, and they look like circles. Each one of these suited tiles has 4 of each tile. There are 4 1 cracks. There are 4 7 bams. There are 4 9 dots in numbers 1 through 9. Every suit has a corresponding dragon. Dragons are kind of like face cards in actual cards. So a king of hearts would go with the hearts, but similar to that, the dragons belong to somebody. So the red dragon, he belongs to cracks. The green dragon belongs to bams. And well, we could easily remember what the dots were, so the dragon is a little bit more challenging. The dragon for dots is called soap, and it looks like a bar of soap. The way I like people to remember it is that soap makes bubbles, and the dots look like bubbles, or the dots fill that bar of soap right up. Once we get past the suited tiles, we have a couple special tiles that we need to talk about. First up are the flowers. Flowers look different in every set. You'll notice in this set that they have numbers on it. Those are for variations of mahjongs that use those numbers. In American Mahjong, we don't, but you'll find a lot of American Mahjong sets include those numbers as a nod to the history of Mahjong and also so that they can be used in other variations. You'll also notice that these flowers look different, but at the end of the day, a flower is a flower is a flower, and there are 8 of them in every set. Next up, we have winds or directional tiles, and they are labeled north, east, west, and south and spell the word news. There is 4 of every single wind. So there is 4 norths, 4 wests, 4 easts, and 4 souths. And last but certainly not least is our good old friend, the joker. The jokers in Mahjong, they're wild tiles, but they have a lot of rules. They're very particular. So we'll talk about when you can and cannot use a joker in another episode. So now you've been introduced to all of the crazy parts of American Mahjong. In the upcoming episodes, we're going to dig into this card. How do you read it? How do you make sense of all these tiles to make them actually winning hands? How do you play, you deal? So stay tuned, so much more to come, and drop any questions that you have in the comments below. See you next time.